had to do it. Easy.
Ezy Productions.
My biography is filthy with tragedy. The old me died alone, so I was born back in Liberia, Monrovia, the capital. I know it's easy for everybody to claim that, but I was actually born in the capital city. Lived there during my earlier years, and then left for the Western world, which is the United States. And I've been here for a very long time. Sometimes I lost track of time, but I'm saying a bit of middle school, high school. And I was born, I don't know if my birthday is important, but I'll tell you, the same day as Liberia's independence. So I share something with my birth country, July 26th. That's Liberia's Independence Day, and that's my birthday as well. Unlike computers with a glitch, you never trip. You're my genie in the bottle. When I make a wish, wouldn't trade you for a model chick, cause you the ish. Staying in your lane forever, I won't switch. Time is of the essence, with you I wanna grow. You ride for me, I grind for two, till we both old. You got the fire love, girl, we don't need no stove. Just put your mouth on it to heat it up.
I just want you to tell me, by the way, what brought you into music?
Music, I would say, my interest in expressing myself, and it stemmed from just family entertainment, because I'm from a family that like music. When we all gather together, we stand around the piano and play and sing. So, and based on what people that listens says, people wanted me to explore a little more in terms of taking it to where other people can hear me. And then I decided to tap into that.
So why hip hop?
Why hip hop? Hip hop based on, we are what we absorb. Whatever we ingest is what we give out into the world. So my earlier years, the community or where I lived in New Jersey, Newark, is a lot of hip hop activities around there in terms of rap and all that. So that was my first introduction to music from the American stand, and I loved it, and I think I had the capability to do it too, so I tapped into that, and it was okay. Eyes on a beholder, it's more than your features, lies beneath your heart and right above your soul. Make me wanna keep you beautiful in ways I can't articulate. Though my diction extensive, words are inadequate. Pardon if I didn't mention your intellect etiquette and your intimate affection. You don't cease to illustrate. Tailor-made, these scuffs perfectly stitched, undeniably. Forever, we are hitched. Our chemistry is paired with heaven. No glitch, no man put asunder to what God orchestrates.
Have you released any album or albums?
Yes, I have a lot of music. I've done the first one called Ezy State of Mind, and then after that, a few years after, with Musa Entertainment, I did a double album. One is If I'm Being Honest, that is R&B, everything singer related, Afrobeat, everything in between, and the other one is Me Versus Me, and that's just hip-hop rap, mostly conscious rap. I'm trying to rise above the pain, but I'm gravitated, suppressed by stress and fear within like I'm laminated. My mind is gone without a clue where it's destinated. My love for love then got me bruised, now I'm agitated. Didn't know you brought me to my knees, cause I was blinded. I gave you every piece of me, I was liquidated. To love no hint, I'm giving emotions amputated. It'll never break my heart again, cause it's barricaded.
So what makes you different with other African artists based in America here?
Have you met me? I'm that guy, but apart from that, I think I have the abilities that a lot of people don't have in terms of when you talk about from the creative stand. I write, produce, engineer it, mix and master, sing, rap, and everything in between. Do my own editing and visuals sometimes if I have the means to. So
Okay. You said you do your editing, you do your producing as well. Do
Yes.
you produce?
Yeah.
And meaning you play different instruments.
Yes.
Which type of instrument do you play?
I play the piano and I started learning guitar. Drums, of course, is something easy that anybody can. But yeah, that's about that in terms of instruments.
Do you produce for yourself or you produce for other people as well?
I produce for myself and other people. I've written for a lot of different acts in and out of the African community.
Though you messed around, I still stuck around. A1 since day one, I held you down. Everything was crashing down, that's when I came around.
At night you keep me warm, listening to slow songs. Girl, you're my new addiction, I gotta love Jones. When everything was crashing down, that's when you came around. I know you weren't the one. Unlike computers with a glitch, you never trip. You're my genie in the bottle when I make a wish. Wouldn't trade you for a model chick, cause you the ish. Staying in your lane forever, I want to switch. Time is of the essence, with you I wanna grow. You ride for me, I grind for two, till we both old.
Is all the music that you do or you're doing something else? Did you study something else?
Yeah, music is a hobby. Music is great. Music's my way of expression. But yeah, I did go to school, engineering. I've worked aircrafts, robots, everything in between that has something to do with from a mechanical stand. I've been around, traveled different countries, worked in different places, and I'm back here. America is home. I am a citizen as well. Yeah, so.
Yeah, tell me a little bit of some of your songs, especially the ones that on YouTube, the videos. First of all, the diagraphy, something like that.
Diagraphy.
Yeah.
Diagraphy, the term diagraphy, or the word, is a combination of your autobiography and your diary. A lot of times people write those in the short stories, right? And that was my goal, but then I decided to turn it into music. So, yeah, and talk about a point in my life. Most of my writings are from experiences, right? And sometimes the best content comes from when I'm either going through something exciting, depressing, because I'm a human. We all go through depressions, right? But that wasn't the case of that. It was just an experience in my life that I had to share. I'm talking about me being a new father and having a son, and how that experience, it was my first time being a parent. Nobody teach you how to be a parent. You had to learn as you go. And all the challenges that came with, and just trying to figure my life out in life. So that was what that song was about. Even though I have different parts, but they all had something to do with my experiences in life and the challenges. I had to do it. Ezy Productions.
My diagraphy is filthy with tragedy. The old me died alone, so I read my eulogy. Actually, I'm naturally a catastrophe, and I'm also a product of immorality. Been a victim of change, I swear solemnly. Possibly addicted to sin, that's anomaly. Juggling passion and pain, I think it's dazzling. Consistently engraving in shame, accidentally. My intuition is switching, nerves bad at glitching. Emotions keep snitching, telling my nerves I'm making. My evil conscience awoken, the death my soul spoken. Physically inflicting my pain, clinically insane. Beneath this cause of my cuts, feeling high as deep. It's not a perfect picture, but it's 3D. Can judge it by its cover, might love it when you read, cause the highlight ain't imperfection in HD. I've had my share of trials. From these cuts I paid the price, and I did it with a smile. It's my diagraphy, you should listen to me. At times I slow me down, though my life is underlined, and I'm running out of time. It's my diagraphy, you should listen to me.
So what are the difficult things so far that you've made in America in terms of music?
It's the gatekeepers. Gatekeeping as in, you gotta have a certain look, sound. You gotta be able to tap in a certain community. It's not all about the talent anymore. I don't think it ever was. You gotta be at the right place at the right time, know the right people, and that is a challenge because the business of music is supposed to be about the art, right? You're see, music with less quality get the airtime and get the budget put behind it than people with so much talent and quality. They are not being supported well. Sometimes they're not even discovered. So the challenge is, getting places, getting to certain platforms and meeting people. And then there's always a wall that'll stop you from going further past the point that you think you can. So my challenge is getting exposed to the music industry in other ways, but then there's always a wall. Either you can do that kind of music, it's not what sells, or you gotta change certain features and certain looks in terms of your presentation, or we're just not ready for that kind of music. Go back and bring something else. You know what I mean?
Okay. There's a school of thoughts that when you're into hip hop, you're like a thug. What's your case on that? Yeah.
I will say no. I would say, like you said, it's a thought, and I would like to say it's a figment. It's just like disappearing. Yes, you do have characters that would want to present that because, like I said, violence, evil, crime, sexual content, they sell more, right? People want to listen or experience a lifestyle that they can't actually experience physically. They want to be a thought like, I'm a gangster, you talk about it, but you don't actually do it. So people want to live in those veins, but not actually be that. So with that being said, people pay attention to that more. But I don't think everybody, I don't think the whole concept of hip-hop is all about being a thug. Because there are people that in hip-hop who are not thugs and they got content and they are respected. You got Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Common, even J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Those are people that are doing hip-hop and the content is not violent. And there are even better than the people that talk about things that's not really. And I'm not just talking about only men. You got Lauryn Hill, you got Eve, when she was rapping. There's a lot of people. Queen Latifah and them. They were all rap. There was hip hop rappers. They all respected, but the content is nothing thuggish about it.
Productions.
They wanna know, 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 they wanna know if I can handle mine. Will I use my hand or use a knife? They wanna know when it's coming around. Is it a gram or is it an ounce? She wanna know how it's going down. Is it her night or it's just a night? They wanna know who's on my line. You got a 5, I got a dime. They wanna know what I'm sipping. Is a Henny in my cup? They wanna know if I'm faking. Am I keeping it a buck? They wanna know if I'm trill or am I for real? They wanna know what's the deal. Will I cop them a deal? They wanna know. They wanna know.
And now back home in your country, Liberia.
Yep.
Are you famous?
I don't know to what extent, but I think I've been talked about. There is a sense of who I am. It might not be to a greater population, but I believe there's a sentiment of me that lingers in certain communities.
Yeah, Liberia is boundary to Sierra Leone as well, and of course you have close relation with most Sierra Leoneans. Do you have any hope or plans to go to Sierra Leone to showcase yourself?
Yes, in the works. Like I got a management team that handles all of that. So speaking to you directly about when and how, it'll be a lot. So, but I know there is something working in that direction. If it's gonna be someone too, I just don't know the exact date, and I don't want to mislead you.
Okay, there's another song that you have called on YouTube called 911.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that one.
911. The whole concept of 911 is whenever you're in danger, you call 911, right? But in this case, 911, it's not about being in a dangerous situation. It's more about helping yourself based on something you can't control, and it's not harmful to you. So the whole concept of 911 in terms of the song, is a beautiful woman that when she steps on the scene or whenever she comes around, it's chaotic. But it's not like that she damaging the scene or wherever she at the moment. It's how beautiful she is. People tend to want to get to know her, want to be with her, and for me, if I was that person, if I came across that woman, I would want help. So I would call 911. That may not be good enough, but that's my version of avoiding temptation that you can get. It's like wanting something you cannot have. That's what that woman is. She may be out of your league, and I guess just call 911 to save you from your heart being broken.
Is it something that happened to you, or you just build up a story like that?
No, it's a story. I mean, it is a story. Talk about just imagery or imagining. I mean, a beautiful person. What that'll do.
Easy. She's beautiful and then some. Most admired on every spectrum. Her physique deserves an anthem. Oh my God, I need redemption. Cause in her presence my thoughts disappear like phantom. Still caught up in this conundrum. What she do cannot be undone. She got my heart like it's a ransom. She come around the fellas, hands are in tandem. She hot, I'm talking summer hot. But if she spring to winter, I might just fall apart. She fly, I'm talking summer fly. 3-dimension, intricate structure, bodies like an art. She shot me with Cupid's arrow. Can't deny she got my head on a swivel. Must admit she's forbidden like Eve's apple. Her love is crypto, I got my eyes on her sparrow. Every time she come around, somebody call 911. She shut the city down, somebody call 911. Man down, man down. Every time she come around, my heart don't make a sound, somebody call 911. Every time she come around, somebody call 911. She shut the city down, somebody call 911. Play it down, play it down. Every time she come around, my heart don't make a sound, somebody call 911.
How do you want people to see you in terms of an artist and of course your music as well? How do you want people to consider you present as well as in the future?
I want people to consider me as somebody that transcends across all genres, because I've done different kinds of music. I want somebody to consider me as an artist, not because of the look, but because of the pure artistry. There are only few people who can do what I do. And I'm gonna say that with my chest in the air, and I'm gonna beat on this one, right? There's not so many people that can say that. That's what artistry is. Not just rhyming elementary words, or because you have the production skills or people to make it sound good and put it out there. Is what you're saying in the music. And I want everybody to take away from my lyricism, my critical thinking, my ability to put my thoughts into words, my ability to take away from negative situations and project something better out of it, so I could see a violent situation and not. But because as an artist, we are reporters from our neighborhoods of what we see. So if I saw killing, I can express that, but not in a way that it promotes violence, right? So that's why I want people to know that my translation of what I see is not to demean my culture or my community. It's to shine light on it, but yet it's still be positive in my message.
Okay, I know a lot of people love hip-hop, and of course you mingle with a lot of Sierra Leoneans as well that also do reggae and hip-hop songs as well. So what's your take on Sierra Leonean music compared to yours?
I think it's great. There is no big difference. Music is universal. So doesn't matter the language barrier. When the music hits you, you enjoys it, right? So I think they are doing good, like every other places that have a new start. It's always rocky. They will get in the groove, like every other places. But I think they are good. They are doing good. The music's great. I know a lot of good artists from there. Some I would like to work with. I haven't. Some I have. Yeah. So there's nothing to critique about the Sierra Leone music artists or industry so far from what I know here. I know good things. I've seen good things. I've experienced good things. So.
Okay, and let's talk about your management team now.
The management team.
Yeah.
Musa Entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, a management team are people that are very professional and dedicated in what to do, right? They take pride in the name. So there's nothing that is done that will get done that is not thoroughly thought out, right? They are on top of it, and I can give you a few names. You got Ms. Hawanatu Kamara, which is the CEO. And you got Julia Zarona, which is the vice president, and there's other members. But the whole umbrella is really, they are decent people. Their intention is not so much to gain from you, it's to promote you and put you out there for the world to see. They are a startup company as well. But with the amount of progress they've made, I can credit them to a couple of years that they haven't been a company, right? They're doing a great job.
So what's your contract with Musai?
My contract with Musa Entertainment is indefinite for now, right? I am, as much as I am signed with them, I am a part of Musa Entertainment, right? Those are my friends. We started together. So I happen to be the artist that's being branded by Musa Entertainment. So my contract is indefinite.
So you can release how many albums? It's up to you.
Yes, as long as it is it's discussed and agreed upon.
So let's talk about your performing skills now. You've performed in different places, by the way, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit. Where have you performed so far?
Oh man, I've been around. I've performed in New Jersey a lot a few years ago because it's where I'm typically from in terms of these United States. I had a performance not too long ago, sometime this year, at Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., the famous Howard Theater. I was at Echo Stage not too long ago. I've had some major ones too with Wizkid back in 2017 when he toured the United States. Echo Stage, Washington, D.C. I was there. You know what I mean? Sky Blue Lounge, where I released my album this year. NJ Pack in New Jersey. There's a big venue. I was there. When I'm on stage, how do I energize myself? It's not hard to do so because everything that I performed is from within. It's my feelings. So all I gotta do is go back to where I was when I wrote those words, right? And then I can relive them. So it's not any major preparation. Some people got their own beliefs on like, I would do this for a period of time. Some people, they sleep for 24 hours just so they can be energized. I don't think I never had to go through that. I just had to remember my lyrics and perform. And based on the crowd, how I can engage them for them to feel what I'm saying, and not so much about me just standing there and saying words that people can't really relate to.
Talking about a crowd. So on stage, how long do you last for?
It depends on the promoter that got you on stage. Some people ask for time. They want 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Some people want a certain amount of songs. So it all depends who invites you or who require you and what they require of you.
Have you done your own personal shows?
Yeah, my album released back in June. My double album release. That's If I'm Being Honest and Me Versus Me. I did that.
What more people gonna expect from Ezy?
They're gonna expect good music, more good music. Probably more videos, more interviews like these, or whatever. And I'm working on an Afro fusion EP. Don't have a title yet, but I do have a concept, and it's based around love. It's all about love in its best form. I'm working on that. Date of release, I don't have that yet, but if it's not before the year is over, it'll be the beginning of next year.
Yeah, I know all artists have their own mentors, people that inspire them into the act. You know, I know you've got someone as well that inspired you into the game that you're doing right now.
Yeah, there's a few people that I'm inspired by. The great Tupac. I'm inspired by him, whether dead or alive. And from the great state of New Jersey, I'm inspired by Joe Budden. I'm inspired by Whitney Houston, her vocals ability. I'm inspired by Jaheim, he's from New Jersey as well. Whitney from New Jersey. I'm talking about all New Jersey legends. I know he's unfair, but yeah. And I'm inspired by Akon. It's pretty decent. I'm inspired by even people in my family. My mother, she's a great vocalist. I'm inspired by my mother. I'm inspired by my younger sister. She's another great one. And I'm inspired by my immediate family, like my children and people that's important in my life, because they inspire me to write some of these things I write.
Who is your dream artist, by the way, to work with?
My dream
international artist that you think you're going to work with?
Artist that I would like to work with will be Craig David. Yes, he's a British R&B artist. I would like to work with any of the legends I call from New Jersey. I would like to work with Ransom, any backpack rappers in terms of Mos Def, Tyler Quali, Budden, Joe Budden. I'd like to work with Queen Latifah if it's possible. Like to work. I'm not too pressed on working with newer acts, and yeah. But I would like to work with the legends.
So why you freak on the old ones, the legends?
Cause what I grew up on their music, and that what inspired me. And my structure of music is within that same lineage. So I think I'm comfortable in that path than anything else.
Okay, finally, before we leave, what's your words to fans that are watching right now this short documentary on you?
First of all, I would like to start with gratitude. Thanks to King Milan for taking the time of his day to do this as an interview, different experience, and that's very creative. I'd like to thank my management team, Musa Entertainment. I'd like to thank my children, my siblings and parents. I'd like to thank my friends, the important ones. I'd like to thank a special lady in my life. I would like to thank myself, because I gotta make these things happen. You know what I mean? From my brain, you know what I mean? I gotta think about it, write it, produce it, sing it, and make sure it sounds good. I would like to thank me, like major thing. I want to do that 3 times. Thanks to me, thanks to me, thanks to me. I just thank God. That's the first. God is great. Thank God for giving me the abilities, and that one day I will show my gratitude to Him more than I have.
I'm your favorite rapper's idol. I've been had a title, spitting hot, 16 got more verses than the Bible. Find me in the hood like a little motorcycle. Dropping Jews for Gentiles, I'm making new disciple. You verse me, worst case, court adjourned. Ursha at the courtroom, confession, let it burn. Be advised, your mistress still trying to get a turn. Spitting gym, sipping juice, Snoop Dogg without a perm. I've been turning naysayers into believers, begrudgingly deviating systematic procedures. Hate I had to leave ya, but I had to take a breather. Right or wrong, you gotta wait it up, I ain't no Libra. No regret, no regard, just playing my part. Fucked up hand that I'm playing was dealt from the start. What am I supposed to do if God shuffled a card? A nut out of pop ball sack, but I'm God's art. Omniscient as far as knowledge goes. Remnant of a tribe that spit only solid gold. Won't succumb, wouldn't bend, wouldn't break, would never fold. These bars are meant to last forever. Infinity flows, the embodiment of wisdom. Once in a lifetime, I'm a rare occasion. I free your mind, lyrical emancipation. I'm just a figment of a fool's imagination. Infinite God's creation.